Hello everybody, I'm making my video inside today because I'm going to play you some sounds and it's really windy in my garden and I want you to be able to hear them. So I've just come inside just for today. Now the sounds that I'm going to play you are sounds of some bird song, because in our last activity we made a bird feeder and we said that it's really important to feed birds in the springtime when they're nesting, because they'll be feeding their babies, so they'll be really hungry. And that got me thinking, well, I wonder how many of us actually know what type of birds there are around in our local environment. And so to help me find out what birds were around where I live, I downloaded an app which helps to identify bird song. And I've written it down. It's called Birdsong ID UK is the name of the app, and I really like it because it's got no advertising in it whatsoever and it's free. So I really love it. And what you do is you download it onto a phone or a tablet, so you'll need to ask an adult if they can help you with that. And then you just go somewhere outside where it's nice and quiet and you let the app listen to all the bird songs, and it lists all the birds that it can hear around where you are. So why do birds sing? Well, for two reasons really. The first reason is at this time of year, birds are trying to attract a mate. They want a partner to be able to make a nest with and have some chicks with. So that's one reason why they sing. And the second reason is that they're announcing where their territory is. So once they've made a nest, they will defend that area, their territory, because they don't want other birds coming to nest too near where they are. So there's lots and lots of bird song around at this time of year, and it's particularly noticeable really early in the morning. So if you're super keen, you can get up early in the morning when there is the dawn chorus, which is where all the birds start singing first thing in the day, to try and attract their mates and to defend their territories. So that's what I did this morning, and I just made a little list of some of the birds that I heard. So there were loads of them. There were starlings, blackbirds, robins, house sparrows, a greenfinch, a greater spotted woodpecker, a nuthatch, a common swift, a herring gull, and a few others. So that's about 8 or 10 different types of birds just for 5 minutes of listening this morning, which was absolutely fantastic. So I wanted to show you what some of those birds were like, some of the more common ones. Hang on a minute, so I just need to remember how to get into my iPad. So the first one, the one that there's lots and lots of around where I live, and in fact I've got some of these birds nesting just underneath my guttering outside, is the starling. So if you want to listen to birdsong, you can go onto the RSPB website, and that's what I've done. So here is a picture of a starling, and I'm just going to play the song for you now. There we go, so that's the starling, and as I said, I've got loads of starlings around near me. They're quite common, so maybe if you look out and if you listen, you might be able to hear some starlings next to you. And the other one that there are lots of near me, and most of you will know that we have one of these who has a territory in the woods as well, where the big oak tree is. We have our resident robin, whose territory is near the oak tree, and very often when we're sitting in the log circle at that end of the woods, after 5 minutes or so the robin will come down to come and check us out and make sure we're not being too loud in his territory. So let's find out what the robin sounds like. Here is, just wait for my iPad to catch up. Here is the picture of the robin. I'm sure lots of you know what the robin looks like, and here's his song. There we go, so that was the robin. Now an interesting fact about robins is that they are very, very territorial. They have their area where they nest and they really defend it well. So you hear them singing quite a lot. And often, if you notice a robin singing, if you listen really, really carefully, one robin will sing, and then in the distance you might just hear very quietly another robin singing back. It's almost as if one robin is saying, "This is my territory here," and another robin somewhere else nearby will hear it and sing back to the first robin saying, "This is my territory over here." So another one that lots of you might be familiar with is the blackbird. So blackbird popped up on my bird song app quite often. There's quite a lot of blackbirds around. So let's have a look and see what the blackbird looks like. Now, sometimes blackbird is a bit of a misleading name because actually they can look a bit more brown than black. They're quite small, but the obvious thing with the blackbird, it has a bright yellow beak. Let's find out what it sounds like. There we go, so that's the blackbird, and in actual fact it's only the males that are black. The females are a sort of dark brown colour as well. So there are 3 bird songs that you can listen out for, and there are lots and lots of different bird song identifying apps that you can get, but the one I've got, I'll just repeat it again, was called Bird Song ID UK, and I really like it because it hasn't got any advertising and it's completely free. So if you wanted to start with an app, that would be a really good one. I'd recommend it. And it's great because you can go out in your garden, or you can just open your window, or if you're out exercising and you go out for a walk somewhere, you can just stand very, very still for a couple of minutes, use the app to listen, and it will just list all the birds that it can hear. And it's amazing how many different types of bird there are out there when you really start to listen carefully. So today is actually World Earth Day, which is a day all around the world where lots of people campaign for climate change and all those sorts of things. And I think a really, really good way to mark World Earth Day would be to listen to the earth for a few minutes, listen to all the sounds of nature that you can hear and see what birds you can identify. So I hope you have a good time doing that, and I'll see you tomorrow.